PG Tigers Online is made possible by our friends at PG Telco and the Prairie Grove High School East Lug. We thank you for your continued support.
PG Telco is the proud sponsor of PGTigersOnline.com, where you can find out all the very latest of what's going on with all the sports teams right here in Prairie Grove. But PG Telco is more, a lot more. They offer phone, internet, long-distance services, and bundles, making it all affordable. And that includes DirecTV. For your home or office, staying connected to the fast-paced world is as easy as calling PG Telco. Call 846-7200. That's 846-7200. PG Telco, built on community, focused on progress.
The schools participating in this football playoff game are members of the Arkansas Activities Association as authorized by the school boards. The administrators of these schools have helped to write the rules and regulations that govern participation of students in competitive activities for the schools that are members of the Arkansas Activities Association. The Arkansas Activities Association, which is sponsoring this football playoff game, is a voluntary nonprofit educational association of some 500 junior and senior public and private high schools of Arkansas. The regulations which guide these events are adopted by the schools themselves and determine the type of program they believe to be the most desirable for high school youth. The Arkansas Activities Association is one of 50 state organizations that belong to the National Federation of State High School Associations. This association formulates policies, game rules, and standards for inter-school competition. The schools of Arkansas have adopted these rules on eligibility, which correspond to those recommended by the National Federation.
The Arkansas Activities Association believes that athletes are taught many things through sports. In addition to these skills, they learn self-control, ideals of fair play and honesty, respect for authority and for opposing players. To learn these values results in maximum benefits from his or her athletic experiences.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Maumelle High School for the North Regional Semifinal between the Lady Prairie Grove Tigers and the host team, the Lady Maumelle Hornets. I'm Lynn Gregson, and Back with me tonight, or this afternoon, is Derek Dugan. Derek, great to have you back with us. And Derek, as we get ready to go into this match, or to this game, I think that we're facing a team, although they came in as a 2 seed, it was their first loss in the conference whenever they lost the district, their district tournament championship. So this is probably the best team throughout the season in the 4A in that particular conference, going against both the conference champion and the district champion, the Lady Prairie Grove Tigers.
Yeah, and I think this is going to be even a more interesting game when you consider the fact that we're going to be playing on their home floor. You got a nice gym down here in Maumelle. And, playing on their home floor, they've coming off the momentum they came off of that loss there in the district tournament, but they responded really well. Beat Ozark last night, a team that we have seen obviously 3 times this year, played very well against and won all 3 games. And Maumelle handled them last night. I think it was a close game, but ended up on top there. And so I think you're right, Lynn. This is going to be a definite challenge for us. It's good that we've already taken that step to get back to the state tournament, and now it's all about seeding and trying to get yourselves put in the best position possible for that state tournament.
You're exactly right. And what's been interesting in this tournament is there has been upset city here.
Oh, man.
I mean,
yeah.
The boys on the boys' side and the girls' side. I mean, well, let's hats off to Gentry, the 4 seed from the north, was able to knock out the number 1 seed Dover the other night. And then the boys' side, both number 1 seeds lost in the first round. And the boys, Farmington lost the heartbreaker. I stayed here for that the other night and actually had a chance late in the game to take the lead and missed a couple of free throws, and that ended their season. And then a shocker yesterday as the Lady Cardinals went down to Pottsville. And I think, there's our rival, a little bit, even though we're rival, you get down here, you kind of, it's always kind of interesting to see how teams fare, and it's been a lot of upsets. Well, I know we have to run a couple of more of the AAA, so we're going to run a couple of more AAA announcements, and then following that, we'll get back with a little more pregame.
The Arkansas Activities Association supports good sportsmanship. All spectators have a responsibility while watching an athletic contest because their actions influence high school youth. It is important that they display the best of sportsmanship to help instill proper attitudes and ideals in these youth.
PG Tigers Online is made possible by our friends at PG Telco and the Prairie Grove High School East Lug. We thank you for your continued support.
Well, Derek, as we get ready to start as well, as we come into the game tonight, our Lady Tigers, unbeaten so far against 4A competition. I mean, our losses this year come against 5A Shiloh, 6A Greenwood, 7A Central, and 7A Conway. We also have a couple of wins against some upper divisions. We beat 6A Siloam and 5A Huntsville. Also won some games outside the state against Hillcrest, Missouri, Collierville, Tennessee, and McAllister, Oklahoma. That's us. Let's talk a little bit about Maumelle. Like I said, Maumelle was undefeated in their conference, I believe, throughout the regular season. Their losses, a lot of their losses have come to higher classifications. They've lost to Sylvan Hills and Lakeside and Little Rock Hall. So, I mean, they've played some stiff competition themselves.
Right.
What does that do for a team, Derek, when you play that early in the season?
Well, you're always planning your pre-conference schedule to gear up for your postseason and in your conference season as well. You want to play those better teams early on in the season, kind of get a feel for where you stand and what you need to work on, where your weaknesses are, because when you get to those postseason games, Lynn, as you know, the teams are going to be very well prepared to try to expose your weaknesses. And so the earlier you can find out what those weaknesses are as a team and as a coach, the more time you have to work on those things throughout the season, and it's just going to kind of prepare you. And I think that's exactly what Coach Froud did with his conference or his pre-conference schedule, and it looks like Maumelle kind of did the same thing. They played a lot of bigger schools in the early going just to kind of get a feel for where they were, what they needed to work on, and it paid off for both teams, obviously. We made a run through our conference undefeated. Maumelle looks like they made a run through their conference undefeated as well, and so it's paying off for both of those teams. And I think this afternoon is going to be a great matchup for us, and a great test for our girls.
Well, I think that watching Maumelle as we stand here and watching them warm up a little bit, they look quick.
Yep.
Look athletic, and I've noticed a couple girls they've got some length too, Derek.
Yes.
And I think that the other day when we played Dardanelle, and I know Dr. Williams and Coach Laird, they were here with me the other day, and the thing we noticed is they just didn't have any kind of size to match up with Justine. I don't think that's going to be the case today. It looked like, and if they don't have size, they have the length to be able to do it.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'm looking at their roster here, Lynn. They've got two girls. Their tallest two girls are 5'11". One of them plays a guard position, and then one of them's listed as a center. So it shows kind of the versatility of their team. And as you were mentioning, we walked down on the floor just a little while ago while they came out and warmed up, and they definitely have some length and look like a pretty quick team as we were down on the floor watching them go through their warm-ups. So it'll be a good test for us. Justine, I don't know if anybody really has a good matchup for her, but I think this one will be a chance for Maumelle to see what they can throw up against Justine. But as you know, Justine's 4 years. She's seen just about everything anybody could throw at her, and she's dealt very well with it over the course of her career. So tonight, this afternoon, it's going to be a great time to see how Justine responds against somebody that's going to be kind of looking her straight in the eye.
Well, it looks like, I guess you would call that Miansha.
Okay.
Riddles.
Yep.
As a 5'11" senior, and so that would be close looking Justine in the eye.
Yep.
And then they also have Desiree Smith, who is a 5'11" sophomore. So they've got a couple young ladies that are pretty tall, and it's going to be interesting to see. We're down to about a minute before tip-off, and Derek, I tell you what I anticipate seeing, but before I give my thoughts, what do you think you'll see today?
Well, I think it's going to be I'm interested to see if Maumelle is going to really get after us on the defensive end. I think that's a part where Coach Froud really found his team in the early season. An area that we needed to work on was our full court press offense. When teams pressured us in the full court, we had a little bit of trouble there responding and handling those in-your-face types of pressure. So we'll see if our girls can do that. I'm gonna be interested to see how Maumelle tries to play us defensively tonight, Lynn.
Well, I'm gonna go just after the starting lineups. I'm gonna go to our comments page. I've already got several comments, and there was several the other day that we missed. I know Coach Abser's wife, Kay, she was watching, and Lisa Clement from the 2010 state championship team was watching. So there was several. So we're gonna have the national anthem and the starting lineup. So.
As of right now, Lynn, it looks like we've outnumbered their fans down here. I would say that if we're not ahead, we're definitely even with the number of fans down here in Maumelle, so that's great to see. We got a lot of support here in the gym, and I know we've got a lot of support watching at home.
Well, here's the starting lineup, so it looks like at guard, 5'11" senior is Shauna Riddles. And for the Lady Prairie Grove Tigers, starting at guard is Whitney Fitz. Lady Hornets, 5'7" senior Courtney Gillespie. For the Lady Tigers, 5'7" junior is Lacey Beeks. Gavarna Porter, 5'7" senior for the Lady Hornets. She's also starting. I heard her dad giving her instructions when we were down there on there what she needed to do today. Here comes Macy Colchin.
Yeah, they've got an assistant coach over there on the sidelines, I think.
They have I think we're going to need to get that name checked. There's a number 22. I'm going to guess she's probably a freshman.
Well, I think they said her last name was Ross, Lynn, and we have a number 1 that's Ross. I'm wondering if she went through a number change there.
They say Ross. Let's just
I think they did.
Okay.
Okay.
didn't get her. There's Callie Robinson. She's also starting for the Lady Tigers. And finally, number 25, Taylor Pippins, a 5'9" forward senior for the Lady Hornets. And for the Lady Tigers, 6-foot senior, Justine Huber. They got a different PA guy today.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they had one. I mean, don't get me anything wrong. This guy's doing a fine job. But that guy last time, he can get you up and ready to go. All right, we're going to get ready here for the national anthem. All right, we're going to get ready. I'm going to turn some time over to Ron Bond, our principal. He's producing for us today. And Ron, could you go through some of the comments on the comments page, what we have so far today?
Sure thing. Right now, Henry from Russellville says it's good to hear Derek back today. And good job to everyone. Great broadcast. East Slab students. And go Lady Tigers. And then from West Helena, here we go. One more time. Go Lady Tigers. Go Justine. And this is from Marianne.
Mary, those are two of our most faithful listeners and watchers, I should say. They are always here. Well, we're getting ready for the tip-off, and we also recognize our camera person today. Derek, you know that gentleman. You want to introduce him?
I don't know who that is over there. I don't claim him. No, that's my brother. Dustin is on the camera this afternoon for us, so I appreciate him helping out. He rode the bus down here with the team, and of course, his wife is the assistant coach to Coach Froud, so it's good to have him on the camera this afternoon.
Well, the Lady Tigers control the tip, and Justine she got to try to get into Lacey Beeks just off her hands. And so here come the Lady Hornets. Number 14, Gillespie with the ball. She gives it up to Ross. Ross is against. There's a pull-up jumper there. No good. That was number 4, Riddles. And now the ball's going to go out of bounds. Nice hustle there by Fitz. Just unable. I think her foot might have got there on the baseline.
Yep. I think the Prairie Grove crowd wanted a little push there out of bounds, but the referee didn't see it that way, and Maumelle is going to retain possession.
Okay, Gillespie looks like she's going to be the point guard, bringing it down. There she drives. Nice defense there by Robinson. And then quickly down the court. And there's Macy. And again, that's the second. We haven't even got a shot off yet.
Right.
We've been down almost a minute in the game. Both times we've gone down, we've turned the ball over. Maumelle, the Lady Hornets, have already gotten 2 shots off and both missed. We were able to get good rebounds and then just turn the ball over. So Gillespie with the ball. She's picked up by Fitz. Number 25, that is Taylor Pippins. She had a good shot there from about the free throw line, but then she traveled, so that will negate the play. And
Lynn, a little 3/4 court pressure here from Maumelle, so we'll see how the Tigers respond to that full court pressure.
Did a nice job of breaking it right there. There comes Huber down the middle, and good.
There we go.
And a foul, so Justine Huber Good way to start for the Lady Tigers on the basket.
Well, that was great execution on the press offense right there. Got the ball at the sideline, and then Justine just streaking to the basket right there. Great finish by her.
And nice to see her
Nice
make that
job.
first free throw. She struggled last couple of games from a free throw line. That time she nails it. It's 3-0 for the Lady Tigers. We remind those that are watching, go to pgtigersonline.com. Nice. Oh, almost a steal. Go to pgtigersonline.com. Go to the comments page and let us know where you're watching from. And as you're out there, sometimes you have to open another browser to get that comments in, but we always like to know who's watching. We had a nice crowd. Derek went and checked the Google Analytics, and very good crowd the other night from the webcast. And we welcome all those watching. Boy, tight defense there by Colchin.
Yeah, Coach Froud trying to speed up Maumelle. Great job right there forcing the turnover for the Lady Tigers.
That was Orr into the game. She's a new player, and there goes Beeks, knocks it away. Nice job, nice hustle by Callie. Unable to save it, but good hustle there.
Oh, she almost double dribbled right there. Almost a little unforced turnover.
Well, Taylor Pippins, number 25, she's a good-sized young lady in there, and another walk. So the Lady Hornets are substituting a lot and quickly already. Coming into the game is Morgan Fimple.
And you can see after we broke that press, Lynn, Maumelle's backed up into his own defense now in the half court. Looks like a little 2-3 extended, maybe setting a trap when they can.
Turnover there by Macy.
3 turnovers by both teams in the first 2 minutes of the ball game, Lynn.
Yeah, and the Lady Hornets already have substituted 3 different players into the game. 3-pointer on the way, no good. That was Porter. Rebound's going to go to Colchin. She gets it out to Beeks.
And we've got numbers here. Lacey, she got fouled. There we go.
That's going to be the second foul. That foul is going to be on Camry Orr, who came into the game just a couple minutes ago. Early going, not even 3 minutes into the game, and a lot of substitutions by the Lady Hornets.
Yeah, I don't think they got off to really the start that they wanted to. I don't know if it's offensive or defensive substitutions.
There
we go.
Hey, there's a good way to start. 6-0.
Lady Tigers, Lynn, we've turned the ball over 3 times, but we hit both of our shots. Both of them ended up being 3-point plays.
Nice drive that time by Orr. She's going to be fouled and go to the line. I think that was Whitney Fitz on the foul. So 5:12 to go here in the first quarter. Lady Tigers up 6-0. Orr trying to get on the board for the first time for the Lady Hornets, and she does, 6-1. Makes them both, and 6-2, Lady Tigers. Lady Tigers moving the ball well around, this defense, Derek.
Yeah, and we've been used to seeing zone defenses the past few weeks, Lynn, in our conference. A lot of teams have played zone against us, so nothing new here.
Lady Tigers, now the Lady Hornets moving the ball well, and that's going to be a foul on Macy Colchin. Nice drive there by Porter.
Lynn, who missed that shot down here? I'm trying to keep our Macy missed a shot. Okay. Going to try to keep, as much as I can, keep the field goal percentages. Nice steal there.
Nice job by Callie. It's going to be a jump ball in the air possession in favor of the Lady Hornets, so they retain possession. Boy, they're getting kind of loud already down there on the other side, aren't they, Derek?
Yeah, I think so.
There's three-pointer way off the mark that time was Riddles. Ball goes off of the hands of, I think it's Fimple or Fimple.
Fimple is what I think they announced it as, Lynn, but I could be wrong on that.
6-2, 4.5 minutes to go here in the first. Lady Tigers with an old-fashioned 3 and a three-pointer from 3. There's Colchin again for 3. Off the mark, but there's Huber for the rebound. Hoping to get a foul, didn't get it. And so here comes the Lady Hornets. Boy, Boy, they're letting them play inside.
Yeah,
Derek. I thought we may have gotten a couple fouls there, and I thought they fouled Huber on the other end, but it looks like they're letting them play a little bit. And as long as they're consistent, that'll be all right. Keep the game under control.
Yeah, that's right. You see the speed of Maumelle right there. Orr took that rebound and got the outlet pass and went down to the other end of the floor real quickly, and they just couldn't convert off of that. But we're going to have to get back on defense because Maumelle's got the speed to get some transition buckets on us. Another turnover there by the Lady Tigers. That's 4. First 4 minutes of the ball game.
Looks like, what do they call here, Derek?
I think they're going to call over the back or a push on Maumelle.
25.
Yep.
That's Taylor Pippins. Is that her second foul already?
They didn't put it up there. I don't know if they're keeping the individual.
No, they didn't do it. They didn't
They
do
didn't.
It much of the
Okay.
day, so we'll have to keep that ourselves.
Yep.
That may have only been her first. So team's third. Huber trying to go baseline. There's Fitz for 3. Oh, off the mark. She gets her own rebound, drives. And she's going to get, I think she's going to get to go to the line.
Yeah, I think so. I think she's going to get 2 free throws on that. Nice hustle there by Whitney to chase down a rebound and get to the free throw line. Lynn, Maumelle has started 0 for 7 from the field.
Wow.
That's not the way you want to start a game if you're going to try to pull an upset against Prairie Grove.
And Fitz misses the first free throw.
Another substitution there, Lynn, for
They're coming
Maumelle.
back in. That's Alexis Ellis coming in.
I think Coach Buckner for Maumelle just trying any combination of players right now that can get some points on the board.
And Fitz misses both free throws, and boy.
And that's not typical of Whitney. She's probably our best free throw shooter.
She's usually spot on. And there's Porter. She's going to go base. Nice job by Callie to come over and help out on defense. And now here's Fitz. Come on. Let's go, Whitney. Just going in, drive, up and good. Whitney Fitz, 8-2. And now Coach Buckner's going to call a timeout.
Well, Lynn, we talked about the speed of Maumelle, but that's about the third time here in the early going that Prairie Grove has gotten a defensive rebound and had numbers. Maumelle not doing a good job of getting back defensively right now, and that's about the third time that we've had numbers on the back end of the fast break, and a great job right there by Whitney of finishing. Nice start for the Lady Tigers, Lynn. Maumelle 0 for 8 from the field in the early going. Prairie Grove 3 for 7. So better start offensively for the Lady Tigers right now.
It's a good start, 8-2. Maumelle looks like they have some good players. It looks like they do a lot of they're a little bit they're off the mark a little bit on the shot, but they seem like they've played good, solid defense so far. And now Porter's that one got away from Porter, and another turnover for the Lady Hornets. 3 minutes exactly to go here in the first quarter. Lady Tigers lead 8-2.
One of the things that this zone extension, by pressuring us out, it's creating some gaps that we can attack right there. And nice job by Colton to doing exactly that.
Oh, that was nice. Macy has a nice little pull-up jumper.
Yep.
She's been really on with that shot the last couple of games from about, I think, put about 8 or 10 feet there, Derek.
Yep.
And there's going to be a foul. Hope it's not on Whitney.
Well, Maumelle came out, pressed us the very first possession of the game, and then from that point they've gone back to this 2-3 half-court zone defense, and we've really attacked the gaps. We've taken advantage of their pressure, their over-aggressiveness, and gotten some baskets because of it.
It's 10-2, Lady Tigers. They're off the mark. There's Riddles and she puts it for the first basket. That's the first field goal for the Lady Hornets. Comes at the 2:18 mark, 10-4. Boy, that is a very extended zone there.
Yeah, that was a nice hustle there by Porter getting back on that backside because Beeks had a layup. That was a nice pass from the corner there. But, yeah, that extension right now on the defense we're doing a great job of handling that. And like we said, we've seen this zone defense over the past few weeks. A lot of teams in our conference have been showing us this defense.
Well, Coach Froud not happy is only I would say thing. Not happy with that turnover there.
Yeah, he was wanting Macy to kick the ball out right there. She didn't get the first shot to go, and she got her offensive rebound and tried to go up with it again instead of kicking the ball out. I think Coach Froud thought we had a shooter there on the outside that we could have gotten the ball to. There's a walk there.
Walk there.
Boy.
In for Macy is Maddie Harton. Maddie's a freshman. And
You're on mute. You can talk and we can hear you. This is key, Lynn. We got to handle the pressure. Oh, almost a finish there by Callie. Couldn't get it to go.
Boy, we could have used that right there. Now Porter getting it, or that's now Porter with the ball. Pull-up jumper off the mark. Rebound, Callie Robinson. And now the action is picked up and the tempo's picked up. There comes Huber. Huber drives, pulls up, blocked by, was that Ross?
Yeah, nice play right there by Ross. I thought Justine was either for sure going to score there or get the foul, but nice defensive play by Maumelle. But you're right, Lynn, the action picked up there for a few possessions where both teams were running at each other.
There's Hart. And there's Beeks. We're down to 1:10 to go. 10-4. 1:08 to go here in the first quarter. Looks like Macy's going to come back in. She's probably discussed what she did wrong with Coach Froud and ready to get back into some action.
I think so.
There goes Beeks, drives, blocked. And then Fimple walks. She nice block there, and then she walks. 1 minute to go here in the first quarter, 10-4. Looks like the intensity's picked up a little bit here in about the last 30 seconds. And it looks like the crowd is getting into it a little more. And
yeah, ever since Maumelle hit their first shot just a few possessions ago, it seems like their defensive intensity has picked up a little bit. It's going to be real key for us to continue to be strong with the basketball. Not have these turnovers that have plagued us throughout the season, especially in the early parts of our season. We've done a much better job the second half of our season of handling the pressure.
Whitney Fitz was open for a moment. She was really wanting the ball. There's Beeks for three, way off the mark. And there is Riddles, and she's going to get it down court. There's Ross. There's Porter. Porter thought about it and now pulls it back down. 25 seconds to go here in the first quarter, 10-4. And the ball knocked around. Fitz gets away maybe with a little arm action there. 20 seconds to go here in the first quarter, and Lady Tigers hold on to a 10-4 lead. I'm sure that the Lady Hornets would love to close it down to 4, maybe even 3 before the end of the quarter.
And right now, Lynn, Coach Froud running 2 defenders on the ball, trying to create a turnover here at the last part of the first quarter.
Wow, we just got a huge break. A huge break, Derek. That went off of Justine easily. And ball comes back to us. We're down to 3 seconds. And she's going to get a foul.
That's a shooting foul.
Oh, he's going to call on the floor. But I think you're right, Derek. She was trying to shoot it. Well, we'll get a shot off here, I believe.
Yeah, got a chance, 2 dribbles and get a shot, or maybe a dribble and a pass. Should have enough time to get a shot.
It'll be a long one. Justine, let's see what she's got.
Short.
Oh, not too bad.
Almost.
Well, that's the end of the first quarter. Our first quarter, the Lady Tigers 10, the Lady Hornets 4. We're going to go to the comments page. Mr. Bond, turn it over to you. And what do we have?
Looks like we have Braden Clark. This is the #1 Lady Tiger fan, Braden Clark. Watching from his computer.
He is the number one lady.
He's the #1 Justine Huber fan. I know that.
That's huge. It's wonderful to have the young guys following our team and such school spirit. Real proud of Braden.
You know, Lynn, I saw Braden yesterday at school, and he came in the front door of the school. He had a newspaper article, and he was waving it at me. I said, "What are you doing?" And he said, "This is my baby here." So what are you talking about? He showed me, and it was a newspaper article, a game photo of Justine. He said, yep, she's 6 foot tall. She's my girlfriend. So big Justine Huber fan. Lynn, the first quarter, Prairie Grove didn't shoot a great percentage from the field. We were 4 out of 15, so just a little over 25%, but Maumelle a little bit worse than that, 1 out of 13 from the field. So kind of a cold shooting start for both teams. We'll see if both teams, especially us, we'll see if we can get it going a little bit. Nice job. There we go.
Nice jumper there by Whitney Fitz. She stretches the Tiger lead back out to 8. Orr with the ball, and she drives, lays it up, and goes off. And then she gets her own rebound. No good. And now I think Whitney Fitz is going to be called with a foul on Pippins.
Well, that's one thing Coach Frau will definitely not like is they got 3 opportunities to score right there, Lynn. And when you find yourself in a regional semifinal, the teams that you're going to play obviously continue to get better and better. And that's one thing you don't want to do is give up second and third opportunities to teams, because more often than not they'll take advantage of those situations. And she missed the first free throw there, but she's got a chance for another point here.
23 there, isn't it? Or no, 25.
25, yeah.
That's Pippins. And Pippins misses the first free throw. Second free throw on the way from Pippins. It's good. So it's 12-5, Lady Tigers. 7.5 minutes to go here in the first half. There is Harden. She was alone there. There's Huber, and she gets it back. Nice job by Callie. And there, nice job by Callie. Realized she probably wasn't going to get as good shot off or get it blocked. She fed it out to Beeks, and Beeks lays it up and in.
Great decision by Callie right there. She's done that for us all year, just in the right place at the right time, and doesn't make a whole lot of mistakes. Solid minutes by Callie.
And a good, solid rebound that time by Macy Colchin. Lady Tigers, Huber driving the lane, no good, gets her own rebound back up and in. And the Lady Tigers are now up double digits, 16-5. And how many points does Huber have now, Derek?
Huber's got 5 points, Lynn. She hit that first bucket for us, got the and one, and that's her first shot, our first basket since that point. I'm going to call a foul there. I think they may have got Justine on that. Yep, they did call that one on Huber. Maumelle making a mass substitution right here. They're bringing 5 new players into the ball game.
Wow. They're bringing, you're right, they're bringing in a whole, some that haven't seen action yet. That's number 21. I don't have a number for her.
I think it's 12 on the roster. It used to be 12, Lynn. Looks like the same girl out there, Katie Parker. They've played a lot of players here, but I think, again, they're just trying to find something that can work for them right now, slow us down a little bit. So far, the combinations have not panned out the way that Maumelle expected them to.
That was an unforced turnover.
Yep.
That was Thompson. Yep. Tiara Thompson just kind of threw it off the side. Derek, I was trying to notice our defense there. It looks like we're in a man, but it's almost like a 2-1-2 zone, but it's almost like a man.
I didn't notice that time, Lynn, but in the previous possession, Coach Frau was running a player. The last time it was Whitney Fitz. He was running her at whoever had the ball, so it was like double teaming the ball wherever it went. We'll see if Coach Frau sticks. I think he's just trying to speed Maumelle up, not allow them to run their offense, and obviously we've forced 7 turnovers here the first 10 minutes of the ball game. So I think Coach Frau trying to speed them up and force them into creating some turnovers that make them a little more uncomfortable than what they are used to playing at.
Well, Beeks was fouled driving the lane, and now she makes the first one. It's 17-5, and the Lady Tigers have stretched their lead. I didn't see the sports. I don't know if I'll run down there and tell that score guy or not. 18-5. If we got away with that down in Gentry, yeah. I might not go down there.
We'll send McKay today.
18-5. Nice ball movement by the Lady Hornets that time. Nice pass there by Fimple to Porter, and Porter gets the easy basket. 18-7. 5.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Here comes Beeks down the lane, drives. Nice. She's going to be fouled. You said that young lady's name was Parker, Katie Parker.
They called it on Fimple, actually, Lynn. Yeah.
Oh, okay, they called it on Fimple.
I thought it was on Parker as well. But, Lynn, we're just gashing their defense right now. Everything is open to the middle of the floor, and we're finding the open spots, getting the ball there and going to the basket and making something happen.
Well, Beeks is 3 of 3 from the line and 18-7. How many points does Beeks have?
Beeks has got 5 here in the last couple of possessions. 6 points for Lacey. She's actually our leading scorer at this point in the ballgame.
And it's 20-7. The Lady Tigers, a 13-point lead. And, you know, if there's anything that Coach Buckner may have seen from the Lady Tigers, and maybe she's substituting a lot, is that we don't have a ton of depth. And maybe she's like, you know, maybe we can. The three-pointer on the way. That is Porter.
2 possessions in a row, Lynn, that Porter's hit shots for Maumelle, so we're going to have to guard her. Don't want her to get hot. Get into a rhythm offensively. Got to slow her down.
20-10. There's Beeks trying to go baseline. Nice defense there that time by Porter. Porter looks like a really good all-around player. Oh, wow. Coach Buckner didn't like that. She thought she finally was going to get that turnover there. And that's 17 fouls, so Colton's go to line for 1-1. And I hear some boos coming from the Maumelle fans.
Well, there was a definite foul there. I mean, Macy almost lost control of the ball there, but when she got it back, she was definitely pushed over. So that was a foul there. Rightly called by the officials, at least in my estimation.
I don't disagree. And now it's Parker with the ball, and Thompson gives it up. And Porter, if there's been a mainstay on their team, I think Porter's been in the entire time.
Yeah, I think you're right. She leads them in scoring right now, but all of her points have just come in the last 2 possessions for Maumelle. Nice job by Lacey right there, keeping her in front of her.
That ball's going to go off her foot. That ball went off the foot of, again, Derek, I can't, they switched some numbers.
Yeah, they have. On the program, it's not exactly matching up there. They've pulled a Berryville on us.
There's Beeks drive, and one, an opportunity now to stretch it back to 13. Beeks is just really doing a lot of damage on that drive.
And Lacey started out the game 0 for 3, but now she's gotten going. 6 points, actually 8 points for Lacey, and it's all right in the middle of the floor. We're attacking their defense, finding that gap, and boy, Lacey's making something happen every time she's touched the ball there, right there at about the 15-foot mark. Just going to the basket and finishing. Great job there by Lacey.
Oh, I was just going to talk about how well she's shooting her free throws, and then she missed 22-10, and now quickly down the court. And
is that a shot or a pass, Lynn?
I think it was a shot by that's Alexis Ellis. The thing is with that drive, she was moving down the court fine, and it was just like out of control.
Yeah, not under control there. That's when you'd like to see a player jump stop and go up strong, because you're right, she made a nice move to the basket.
And you know what's happening now? The Lady Tigers are just attacking the basket.
Oh, yeah.
Picking up foul every time they go down. Now Colton's going to be able to shoot 2, and we're in the double bonus for the last 3 minutes and 46 seconds of this half.
Lynn, Maumelle made the adjustment after 1 possession to not press us, which kind of surprised me there. But they've not made the adjustment defensively in the half court to back off of us a little bit. We haven't taken a shot from the outside, but yet they continue to pressure us on the outside and allow us to go to the basket and get around them and get to the free throw line, even though we didn't convert there.
And Macy Colton is now 0 for 3 from the line, and there's about a 15-footer there that time by Ellis. We get a chance, I'm going to go to Mr. Bond again for some. There's Harton. That's Taylor Harton in there now, and there's her sister Maddie, and throws it away, and here comes Ellis again. Let's see if she's going to come under control this time. Lays this one up.
Much better play. Yeah, much better play there by Ellis.
Coach Stroud's going to take a timeout. So the Lady Tigers have had much as a 8-point or 13-point lead, now down to 8. And I'm going to turn it over, Mr. Bond. What do you got there on the comments page?
Oh, let's see. Get over here. Looks like the Halbert family is watching from home. Says, thanks for bringing us the games. You guys always do a great job. Go Lady Tigers. And then we have Ray and Sandy Whitehouse and Lena Womack watching on the computer and said thanks for broadcasting as well. Need to remind folks that about every 25 minutes we get cut off here from their system, 25 minutes. So if it starts buffering, we've got to reload it, and we'll try to do it quickly. That's happened twice so far, so hang with us, and we'll take care of you.
Thanks, Mr. Brown. Appreciate you being here today and producing for us, and for Dustin Dugan on the camera.
And now Lynn Maumelle going to a man-to-man defense, but again, Lacey Beeks just goes all the way to the basket.
Misses that time, and now a chance for the Lady Hornets to pull within 6. Shot on the way by Parker, and there is Porter, puts it back, and now the 13-point lead down to 6. And Justine Huber on the bench right now. She's been on the bench for a little while, and there's Colchin, no good. Ball's going to be knocked away, and that one's knocked away by Parker. Well, you know, I know Coach Buckner, she kind of had a mass substitution a while ago. This group has seemed to be able to give them a little bit of a spark.
Yeah, the scoring in the second quarter, Lynn, is 12-12, so Maumelle playing a much better second quarter than they did the first.
And now Colchin misses. Beeks is going to be called for a foul. That's the 16th foul on the Lady Tigers. And with 2.5 minutes, Lady Hornets have said, hey, we're not going away.
Yeah, one thing we haven't talked about is I see Abby Smith is over there, our backup point guard, been solid all year long. She's kind of our 6-man. She's in street clothes again today. Got a little bit injured a couple weeks ago.
She had a concussion against Farmington in the district the
last regular season
game, and has not played since then. Beeks picks up another quick foul. And is that 3 on Beeks?
I'm sorry, Lynn. I wasn't keeping it on the scorebook. I've just been keeping shots and points.
Well, it's going to be a 1-and-1 now, so.
We'll find out if it's 3 on Lacey. If she comes out of the game, I'd say it's probably 3 on her. I know it's 2 on her for sure.
Well, luckily for the Lady Tigers, Porter misses the front end of a 1-and-1. Beeks is just. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, there may be an eruption here, Derek. Boy, we saw some Maumelle fans get up.
Should be 2 shots for Lacey. Okay.
Yeah. Well, she'll go
man. Got a little bit fortunate on that call.
I thought Parker did a nice job.
She really did. Yeah, it was a good attempt by Parker to try to draw the charge, and a smart play, really, knowing that Lacey has at least 2 fouls to try to go at it right there.
I was just watching here some of the fans. One thing I love about tournament time is different fans from all different schools start coming up. Just saw it there. Beeks makes the first one. Just saw some of the Boonville fans making their way. Not that they're the ones that upset in the boys' game,
right?
The Farmington Cardinals, and they're making their way into the gym. And Beeks makes both, and so it's 24-16. And boy, I'd like to see us finish. I'd like for us to end with a double-digit lead.
Yeah, me too.
Half, but boy, I tell you, the Lady Hornets have picked up their game.
Porter especially. She's got 7 points all here in the second quarter.
3-pointer on the way, no good, but a rebound by Parker, and then a foul on Harton. And that's going to be Taylor Harton with the foul, and Parker's going to go to the line. She'll be shooting too.
Lynn, Lacey Beeks leads our team with 10 points all in the second quarter as well. So Porter's gotten going offensively, but Beeks doing a great job offensively as well. She's 6 out of 7 at the free throw line.
Porter makes it 24-17. You know, we have 2 freshmen in the game right now, Derek. Coach Froud expects a lot out of his players, and to have them here in the regional final and misses the second one. And now here comes Beeks. We have numbers. We have 3 on 2, now 3 on 1. Beeks pull-up jumper, got it.
Well, you see,
Beeks is unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, she's gotten going. Lacey, great job the last time down the floor. She got the block called. That time, a great job by her pulling up and taking the jump shot instead of making contact with the defender.
3-pointer missed that time, but there was Ellis for the rebound. She was fouled. Derek, if you look on the court right now, we have 2 freshmen, 2 juniors, and a senior, with the exception of Callie. You may be getting a little glimpse of the 2013-2014 version of the Lady Tigers.
Yeah, good opportunity for these younger players to get in the ball game and see what they can do in a pressure-type game, as a regional semifinal game always is, and give these girls a chance to get out there and show what they can do and prepare them not only for the rest of this season, but also into next year.
Ellis misses both free throws, and now
there goes Lacey again.
Here comes Lacey again. She's going to give it up this time to Harton. And across court, Harton just overpasses her sister. She may have forgotten she wasn't quite that tall.
She may have been looking for Justine out there. Justine, I think, could have came down with that ball. But, Lynn, we've done a better job of taking care of the ball. We have 4 turnovers in the first quarter, just 2 so far in the second quarter. So we've adjusted to the speed of Maumelle much better in the second quarter of the ball game.
Well, a minute and a half to go here in the first quarter, 26-17. We remind those watching to go to pgtigersonline.com and give us a shout out, and we'll shout back out to you.
And Beeks has really picked up the slack.
Porter misses the three-pointer, and there is Robinson with another great rebound. And here comes Macy Colchin. Macy gives it up to Robinson. There's Harton, now just moving the ball around.
And I think Coach Frow wanted Maddie to take that shot right there, Lynn. She can shoot the ball from the outside. May just have not been ready to shoot it, but I think Coach Frow's confident with her taking that shot.
They're going to call the jump ball, but that young lady just dove on top of whoever. I couldn't see who had the ball there. She just dove on her.
Well, we may have gotten away with a walk anyway a few seconds before, so that could have been a makeup call.
I didn't see that. I blinked. I didn't see that one.
Neither did they. Neither did they. That's okay.
Nice drive up in the lane that time. And again, Robinson and Porter is just I'm very impressed with Porter for the Lady Hornets. Nice shot there. We don't have a number there on number 40. We might have to look at the old and see if we can figure out who that is. But 26-19, and we're down to 30 seconds. Whoa! Colchin, number 4, Riddles, coming there definitely strong.
Yeah.
At least it was a pretty foul, right?
Yeah, exactly. It looked good, but I'll take the points any day if we can get them.
And Colchin gets her first free throw. She's now 1 of 4 from the line. Second one on the way. It's good. So now 28-19, 30 seconds to go. Let's see. No, they're not going to play for a last shot. There she drives the lane and lays it up and in. That's Orr. Goes right down the lane. Beeks. She's being pressured. Wow. Now the Harton. Here comes Harton. There's
nice
Robinson.
Pass.
Oh, Robinson misses. And now the Lady Hornets can cut it to 5, even 4 with a three-pointer. She throws it up and in. And what a strong finish for the Lady Hornets. They were down by as many as 13. They're going to end the quarter only down by 5. And that's the end of the first half. Our score, the Prairie Grove Lady Tigers 28, Maumelle Lady Hornets 23.
Great response there by Maumelle because they came out, really both teams came out a little bit flat, but Maumelle especially cold and flat, shooting the ball offensively and then giving up way too much defensively, but a nice response by Maumelle to put themselves back in a position to win the ball game. They've got it close. They've got within striking distance here at the half when it looked like we were getting ready to run away with the game.
Okay. Ron, what we got over there on the comments page before we go to halftime break?
It looks like we have John and Beth Everett watching from Cotter, Arkansas. Sounds like fun, probably on the river. How do you guys? And they say that they're so proud of the girls. And then Go Tiger from Nancy and Annette Whitehouse of Cane Hill and Lady. And, I need to mention something because you mentioned the Boonville fans that were coming in. That Boonville fan happens to be individual that I worked with a long time ago. His name is Robert Dean, one of the greatest coaches I've ever been around. He coached in Texas in football for a long time and really was one of my mentors, and he's at Boonville now. It's kind of neat seeing him. I don't get to see him very often.
Well, at these, a lot of times, Ron, at these tournaments and stuff, there's a lot of different schools, and the coaching fraternity seems to I've watched Coach Green and Coach Froud a little bit as they walked around, and you can see those guys that have had some kind of influence because there's a big smile and usually a nice embrace. So
it is awful nice to see him and his wife. And, this opportunity here at halftime, I think it's neat that some of our veteran players were able to avoid some fouls there toward the end and get a little rest, and hopefully we come out very strong here at the beginning.
Well, I know we set Justine for quite a while there in the second quarter, and the Lady Hornets went strong. And I thought we did really well without Justine for a while, and then right down the stretch had a couple of turnovers, and then they were able to close it within 5 to make the game. Derek, I'm going to turn it over to you for stats, then we'll take a couple-minute break and be back with you.
so far, the scoring, Lynn, Lacey Beeks just really carried us, as you mentioned, with Fitz and Huber on the bench there for a good portion of the second quarter. Lacey scored all 12 of her points there in the second quarter to kind of keep us in the lead here. Macy Colton with 7 points, Huber with 5, Whitney Fitz with 4 to round out the scoring for the Lady Tigers. And then over for Maumelle leading the way is obviously Porter. She got all 7 of her points in the second quarter. Orr with 6 points, Ellis with 4, and then they've got 3 or 4 other girls that have scored 1 or 2 points. But Maumelle, we talked about Prairie Grove taking better care of the basketball. Maumelle, you got to give them credit too, because they had 6 turnovers in the first quarter, and they ended up at half with only 8 turnovers. The Lady Tigers with 6 turnovers. As far as field goal percentage right now, neither team shooting a great percentage from the field. The Lady Tigers at 35% and Maumelle at 30%. The big difference right now, to me, is free throws, Lynn. Maumelle is 4 out of 9. That's 44% from the free throw line. Lady Tigers shooting 9 out of 13. So we're getting there often, and we're shooting it right about 70%. So a good job there in the first quarter by the Lady Tigers of converting some of their free throw attempts. But good half overall. I think Maumelle definitely picked up the intensity. We're going to see if we can respond coming out into the third quarter and try to get us that lead back up to where we had it for a good part of the first half.
Well, the thing is that we still have the lead. It's a 5-point lead, but what I saw, and I think that we need to be conscientious of in the second half, is it didn't take Maumelle very long. They've got a lot of speed. They've got a lot of girls that can play. They have, we haven't kept exactly up how many's hit the floor, Derek. 1, 2, 3, 4, probably 12 players so far.
Well, there's been 10 that have taken a shot attempt.
Okay.
So,
and I think there's been a couple more. So we've probably seen 10 or 12 young ladies from Maumelle on the court already. And I don't think, that may bode them well if this game goes down the stretch. Prairie Grove is great in conditioning. That's one thing that Coach Froud does, a lot of conditioning to make sure they're ready.
But one of the things we were talking about before the game to see if Maumelle would full court press us, I'm really surprised that They attempted it one time. We broke it and got a basket on the other end, and they got out of it and never showed it again. But that's kind of one thing that I thought Maumelle would show us a little bit more, is try to wear us down. And with their substitution patterns, it looks like their coach is really trying to do that. We've gone about 7 or 8 deep, but as you mentioned, Maumelle's played many more players than us in the first half, trying to wear us down potentially. And when you got Huber and Fitz on the bench there, you got to have somebody pick up the scoring, and Lacey Beeks did a great job with that. But we'll see if the fouls factor into the second half, fatigue factor into the second half. We'll see if Maumelle makes a defensive adjustment to either go at us full court or back off of us in the half court, because when they pressured us in the half court, we were just going right by them and getting to the basket, getting to the free throw line. So a great job there, but we'll see if we can respond in the second half.
What we might see, Derek, too, is that press – we may see that late in the game. If it's close, and if they feel like they've got the numbers, the stamina, and knowing that we will be getting a little tired, and especially if we're in some foul trouble. And I mean the two Harton twins are phenomenal. I mean they're good, solid freshmen, but that's it. They're freshmen,
right?
And you get this kind of speed the game. They may not be quite used to this kind of speed. Hopefully. They would respond well, but that may be something to watch as we get late in the game.
And one thing about that, too, Lynn, is if Justine Huber is in the game, our press offense runs much differently than if she's not, because you can always put her on the back end of it, or the front end of it, to see over defensive players or even dribble through defensive players, as she's done a time or two in her career. But if she's out of the game and you've got some inexperience there in the backcourt, it could be interesting to see. Let's hope it doesn't get to that point in this game, but it's always something to keep your eye on.
And if it is, like I said, we punched our ticket to the state tournament. That's
right.
done.
Yep.
But even if it is, I like seeing both Taylor and Maddie Harton in the game, getting that experience. We're going to need them next week, in the state tournament.
Yep.
And it's good to see. Hopefully we'll have Abby back as well. That is strengthening our bench play a little bit as well. The other thing about the press is that when you have Justine in and you're trapped and you're not, you can always look high. And there's Justine
exactly
to
right.
help you through that. So, they talked about it. This looks like here comes a former state champion coming in, is Julie Rutherford coming into the building there. So welcome Julie to the ball game, and you know there's their own I guess sisterhood I guess of former players. They tend to really support this program. Well, we got about 2.5 minutes there. I don't know that we've ever done that before. Talk all the way through halftime.
I guess we just got carried away there, but yeah, there's about 2 minutes left before the start of the second half, and
you know, looking at the, I had a chance here to take a look. We've got John and Michael Warren also watching. They're saying go Lady Tigers, and I'm going to double check to see if anybody else. Again, we really appreciate those that are watching and like to hear on the comment page. I know we have more than what comes on the comments page. I go out there to Google Analytics and take a look at where. And Derek, this past week we had a couple of different. I think it was Germany. Someone from Germany was watching the other day. Yeah, we've had. And,
that's cool.
Yeah, it's great to see that. Wow. And what time, Derek, we were sitting here looking at a phone. When does the Arkansas basketball game start?
Well, I don't know if I want to watch that tonight, Lynn. I think I may be glad that I'm on the road. It's 5 o'clock, and the Razorbacks are going back down to Gainesville. Florida's going to be out for blood that game.
Yeah.
They're going to be wanting some revenge
Coach
there.
Pelfrey's still down there.
Yes, he is. He is. It was good to beat them here, at home in Fayetteville, but I'm not expecting us to come away with a win down there in Gainesville. But you never know. And I think the Hogs have won 5 out of 6. I know the baseball team is playing this afternoon. Talked to Jalen Beek's grandfather down there before the game. Jalen got to play yesterday, pitched a little over an inning, and I think he's scoreless through about 6 innings of on the season. So real proud of Jalen and how he's representing our town and our school and our baseball program. And it's just good to see former student athletes doing well and succeeding, whether it's on the court or off the court or on the field or off the field.
And Jalen's a fine young man too. I always enjoyed him, whatever sport he was in, and even today when I see him, he's just so respectful.
Well, the Maumelle coach trying to get a good word in there with the referees before we start the second half. I'm gonna make sure we don't see any money change hands down there. She walked away with a smile. So, and now the referee's going over to Coach Froud to let him know what that conversation was about, I think.
Well, let's see, just one more has joined us. The Lumsargas family is watching. Michelle Lumsargas family. Michelle, I'll tell you what, I have to say there's one thing I love. The three-point shot, but I missed the Lumsargas for 3 bottom. I missed that one.
Well, that was about a year ago today where she hit the one off the backboard. We talked about it last week at the district tournament.
Oh, that was such a nice job by Whitney to keep that one alive. Huber and Fitz back in the game. Huber driving, not foul, but gets the basket, and a lead back up to 7, 30-23. And nice to see Justine back in the game, making a basket for the first time in a little bit. Wow, wide open underneath. That is Thimple, and she was alone.
Yeah, somebody lost who they were supposed to guard there. But, Lynn, we see Justine do this quite a bit in the third quarter. She comes out of the locker room and really tries to take over the basketball game.
Well, there was an opportunity there for the Lady Hornets to pull within 3, and they missed the layup there. And now here's Beeks, gives it back up to Huber. Macy Colton for 3, get in there, oh! Whoa, Huber goes to the floor, and here comes Orr. Orr drives, and no good, rebound, and the Red's going to get the ball. Went off of Beeks.
Orr is quick, isn't she, Lynn?
She is quick.
We've seen her take the ball a couple of times and just go coast to coast. And
it's funny, I've gotten more impressed with this game. The first couple times she had the ball, I'm like, she just, she's turning the ball over, but now she's coming to the game and giving them a spark.
I don't think she's playing nearly as hesitant as she was early in the game.
5 seconds.
There we go. Yeah. He got there.
Boy, that's a long 5.
It's always nice when a team's running an inbounds play that they practice over and over again, and you can deny them not being able to even get the ball inbounds and get the ball back.
30-25. This game, at one time, the Lady Tigers had a 13-point lead. It's down to 5. Here's Huber, and she gets it back to Beeks. Beeks for 3, no good. And the ball goes off of Thimple. Lady Tigers got a break there because that three was off. And, boy, the Lady Tigers need to get that lead back up, Derek. It's a little too close for me right now.
Yeah, the longer oh, nice inbounds play there. Great job by Justine. Nice pass. See the execution of the inbounds play right there.
Oh, right there, they were bringing the ball in. Porter threw it into Orr. Orr wasn't looking. The ball almost went off there. And there is Fimple. Ball knocked away. Now Fimple puts it up and in. Fimple's pretty tall. She is 6'3".
6'3". I totally missed her on the when we were talking about their tallest players. There's a great finish there by Lacey Beeks, and she continues her great offensive game so far. She's not got it going from the outside, Lynn, but every time she's taken the ball strong to the basket, something positive has happened for the Lady Tigers, and a great job there.
Boy,
good transition offense, too.
There's a young lady. There's a young lady up here in the stands that's not happy with some of this stuff going on. 35-27 now. Lady Tigers, 6:09 to go in the third. Tigers up by 8. And there she comes again. Or quickly, she gets it to Riddle. Riddle pulls up, no good. Rebound to Huber, and she's going to be fouled. And I'm not sure. Oh, they're going to call that one on Porter. I believe that's Porter's second.
Yep, and Lynn, I didn't mention Maumelle has come back with a little three-quarter court pressure here to start the second half, so that's an adjustment they made. They're going to try to go back to it, see if they can force any turnovers. Great job there by the Lady Tigers.
Did an
controlling
excellent job of breaking that press. Excellent. And the thing that was so good about it was only a couple passes.
Yeah, that's right. They didn't try to dribble through it. We were able to use the pass. And
nice.
Justine, 6 points here in the third quarter.
Up by 10 again. The thing is Macy did a nice job. Yeah, boy, very quickly down his Orr. But Macy did a nice job on that last one by getting it to her. And then nice hands by Huber because the ball was off a little bit. Wow, no foul called there. And now Fitz for three. Get in there. Bottom.
There we go. There we go.
Hey, 40-29. There we go.
Lynn, that's our second three-point basket of the game. We haven't had to shoot a whole lot from the outside. A great job. I really like to see Whitney get going from the outside.
Here comes Riddle, and I believe they're going to call Robinson for the foul. She's getting ready to make another mass substitution.
Yeah.
And there's 5. So if Porter hasn't been off the court, she's about to come off the court.
Yeah, that's right.
Maybe you might have 10 players coming in there.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, she is substituting big time. And now Riddles makes the free throw. And the only one we've not been able to identify is 40. And I can't quite make out her from the picture.
Yep.
Riddle's second shot off the front of the rim, and Huber with the rebound. 5 minutes to go, 40-30. Nice job. Nice anticipation that time by Katie Parker. And a nice defensive play by Whitney Fitz to not pick up a foul.
Yep.
Macy Colchin pull up, and wow. You know, they're going to call a foul there on Tiara Thompson. But I got to tell you, Derek, as much as I've seen on both ends of the floor some fouls, that one was pretty weak.
Yeah, it might have been. But then again, we were kind of behind the play right there, Lynn. So we're going to take their word for it on a play like that. We'll take the free throws out of it.
But as much as I complain about them, I got to say it like I see it. 41-30, and Lady Tigers back up by double digits. And our largest lead has been 13. And Macy stretches it back to 12. It's been as low as 5 since we've gotten the big lead, and now back up to 12 with 4.5 to go here in the third quarter.
Macy with 9 points on the afternoon, so good.
Well, Coach Buckner's down there talking to those players that just left, and I know Coach Buckner knows the team better than me, but if I was going to do anything, I'd have Porter back in the game.
Yeah, I think eventually you got to get Porter back in there. Fimple's played well in the third quarter. She's got 4 points, and I would expect Riddles to get back in the ball game as well for them. Those kind of seem to be their top 2 or 3 players.
I'll tell you, another player that's done well for them is Parker. There's a nice drive that time by Gillespie. But Parker has done a nice job defensively for them, too.
Yeah, she's made some good things happen for them while she's been in the game defensively. We
Coach
throw the
Stroud-
ball there?
Yeah, we lost it. But Coach Stroud's asking. He thought it was tipped, and so did I. But referees didn't pick that one up. 42-32, 3:48 to go here in the third.
Oh, moving screen. Goodness gracious.
Yeah. Parker's going to be called. Derek, I got a text a while ago from Kendall Lehman during the halftime, and he was talking about the first year we did this, and we were down in Star for the Star City game in the state final. He's just kind of remembering that. And that was, this time of the year, a lot of memories are created, and now they're going to call blocking foul, so Huber's going to allow it too. But a lot of memories created. I remember down at Star City, and we were jumping around, and it was great. And that was back when our equipment probably, we were thankful that we had it, but it was not what we have today. And here comes Huber. She makes it. And another great memory you mentioned a while ago, Lamsargas hitting it off the backboard to carry into the regional final overtime last year for a victory over Farmington. There's another one by Huber, in and out. And look at Callie Robinson.
Good hustle, Callie.
Now back into Huber. Huber going to be fouled.
Those things right there will kill you as a team when you're trying to win a game like this. You kind of assume that Justine's just going to make her free throws, but Maumelle kind of fell asleep right there, and a great effort play by Callie to get the ball, get it back inside to Justine, and more free throws on the way.
And Huber makes that one. And we're already in bonus, and we've got that for the rest of the way. McKay just pointed out that the Gentry lady, and Huber goes 1 of 2 again. But he was pointing out that the Gentry Lady Pioneers just made their way into the gym. But blocking foul, good call. Yeah. Justine was falling before she ever got there. Usually if you'll fall down, you'll get that call, but that time she was falling a little too early.
Well, then we talked about Justine at the half. She had 5 points, and granted she was on the bench a lot of that second quarter. She's responded with 8 points the first 4.5 minutes of the third quarter, so 13 points on the afternoon for Justine.
And Gillespie has gotten into the scoring now for Maumelle, 44-43, and now here comes a mass substitution back in, and here comes Porter is back in, and also Alexis Ellis has done a nice job. But the Lady Pioneers, wanted to point out, they had a big upset against the number 1 seed,
yes,
Dover.
They did.
Now, Dover did not win the regular season conference. That was Maumelle, and now Gillespie misses that one, and there's a fight for the rebound, and Porter ends up with it, and Gillespie puts it down, so 44-35.
Well, the same thing that Maumelle just did, falling asleep defensively on the free throw rebound. We just did the same thing, and Maumelle took advantage of it.
Colchin, no good. Rebound, Colchin. Nice job, Macy. They're going to call a jump ball. Macy's sitting on her back, and they call a jump ball.
Well, Maumelle gets possession of it right there.
Here comes Taylor. Or that's Maddie Harton getting ready to come into the game. Looks like Huber's going to sit with 3 fouls. And that's probably smart by Coach Froud. He's got a 9-point lead. You might need her in that fourth quarter if this lead were to
I
dwindle.
agree.
So I think now the Lady Tigers really need to play tough defense and keep this lead.
Well, the last time that Justine sat on the bench for a few minutes, Lacey Beeks really took over and stepped up offensively. We'll see if she can do that again.
What the Lady Tigers are missing right now inside is rebounds. They just got 3 chances.
Yep.
Coach Froud, both hands are up. He's wanting some rebounds. 2:43. And going to the line is that looks like Pippins. 44-35. Pippins with a chance to cut the lead. And this one goes in. It's 44-36. They've had well distribution of scoring so far, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. Porter's leading them, but they've had, trying to look here at the scorebook, probably 8 or 9 players score points. They just haven't had a bunch of them from anybody.
Well, it's 2:35 to go. The Lady Tigers up by 7. Went in at halftime up by 5. So, and have been up by as many as 12 in the third quarter. And now a turnover by Beeks. And now the Lady Hornets with a chance to cut it to 5. They're going to call blocking foul on Robinson. And that's a good call. Robinson had been there maybe a half step earlier. She may have got the charge. Now 4 fouls for Lady Tigers. Now 30-second timeout by Coach Froud.
Lynn, I think Mr. Bond pointed out to us just a few minutes ago that we were already in the bonus. There's still 10 minutes left in the ball game, and the more you're behind, the harder you tend to play, and the more mistakes you're going to commit, the more fouls you're going to commit. So I think we could see a lot of free throws being shot by our girls here in the fourth quarter. Hopefully we can take advantage of getting to the free throw line. We got there 13 times in the first quarter and already have 7 free throw attempts here in the third quarter. But that'll be key for us is getting to the line and converting those free throws because I think we're going to.
You mean you said first quarter? What's the first half?
The first half, we shot 13 and we've got 7 this quarter. Yep.
Well, on the floor for the Lady Tigers, Beeks, Harton, Fitz, Robinson, and Colchin. Ellis, Orr, Porter, let's see, and Pippins.
Oh, nice play.
And it falls in, and now 44-39. It's a 5-point lead.
She threw it off our back there, Lynn. We turned our back, and that was a heads-up play.
And a blocking foul. That's going to go to line. Be 1-1 will be Beeks. That's a smart play.
Yeah, it was. I've seen that happen a few times this year in college basketball. Haven't seen it happen to us in the high school level yet, but that was a heads-up play by Riddles.
Beeks, 1-1.
There we go, Lacey.
45-39. 2 minutes, 8 seconds to go here in the third. I think Coach Froud's going to try to sit Justine for the remainder of the quarter.
Yeah.
And if we can keep the 5 to 10 point lead, second shot by Beeks is good. 46-39.
Lacey 9 out of 10 at the free throw line.
Wow. There's Orr. She's guarded by Fitz. Wow, it's a
good pass.
Good pass. She might have got away with an extra step, but a good play. And now the full court pressure. Boy, they are letting them play. They are letting them play.
Yeah, and if Justine, does she have 3 fouls, Lynn? If we decided on 3, yeah. I'm kind of surprised. I wouldn't be at all surprised if she doesn't come back into the game if this press continues to bother us. And Coach Froud is trying to yell at his girl. He may have lost his voice a little bit Wednesday night. I'm not sure because I don't hear him as well as I usually do.
Now, Derek, there we get the ball over. Now here comes Beeks, pull-up jumper about 14 feet. Goes in.
Yeah.
48-41. That was a big basket.
Well, Lacey's picked up the scoring for us when Justine's been out, just like she did in the first half.
Riddle's is going to be way short on that one. And a nice play by Porter. Boy, Porter I am just really impressed with her. And she was able to keep it alive, and now she's got the ball back to Riddles.
Yeah, one thing Maumelle has done very well all game long is offensive rebounds. They've gotten a lot of them.
And now Robinson. Robinson's frustrated on that one because I think Robinson felt like she got ball that time, but sometimes when you're in that position, you're going to get called with a foul. If you got your hands in there, you're going to get called.
Yep, sometimes if you're just a little bit out of position, it looks like a foul even though you may have gotten all ball. That's 5 fouls?
Wow, that's 5.
I didn't realize that.
And now Taylor Harton's going to get action. That's 5 on Callie.
Well, that's a big loss right there for the Lady Tigers, Lynn. We're losing some size, and as we just mentioned, we've given up a lot of offensive rebound. You got the experience of Robinson being out on the floor, so
with 1:08 to go here in the third quarter, it's 48-41, and Maumelle Lady.
That was just her first shot there.
Yeah, it's 2 shots. Well,
we tried to get away with it, didn't we?
I thought, well, was that a 1-and-1? Did I miss something?
Well, now we know why Callie was so upset too with the foul being called on her. She knew that was her 5th foul.
Well, Thimple makes 1 of 2. And now stolen, and now no good. And now that's good. Orr's going to go to the line. 59.6 seconds. I just want to get through this quarter, Derek.
Yeah, we really do. And it's Coach Froud really upset with the execution of the press offense there. And this is what we talked about before the game, is the defensive pressure of Maumelle. Even though neither one of us had really seen them play, but just looking at them, they look like the type of team that could give us some problems in the full court. And right now, they're doing just that.
It's 48-42 or misses. You know, they've missed quite a few free throws.
Yeah, they have.
That would really close the game. She makes 1 of 2. 48-43, and now Harton gets it to Macy Colchin. Colchin drives, pull-up, jumper by Colchin off the backboard, no good. Rebound goes to Orr. 50 seconds to go here in the third, 48-43. Orr drives the middle,
That's
lays
where she's
it up.
Dangerous, Lynn.
And now the lead has been cut to 3. And Taylor Harton, now we got 3-on-1. We need to get a basket here. Feeds. Colchin, turnaround.
There we go.
Macy Colchin, 50-45. They got it within 3. That's the closest they've been so far. Under 30 seconds to go.
It's a great pass there by Taylor on the back end of the break.
And now the Lady Tigers, and you can't go to sleep right there, and that's exactly what happened. It's exactly what happened there, 50-47. We'd gotten a break.
10 seconds left, Lynn.
Now Macy's going to get a chance. She pulls up, jump, no good. Gets her own rebound, goes back up, block. And boy, they closed the second and third quarter. Maumelle closed both of those quarters really strong, and they actually have outscored the Lady Tigers, not mistaken, both in the second and third quarter, and they've closed the lead to 3. And
yeah, you're exactly right, Lynn. They outscored us 19-18 in the second quarter, and then that quarter 24-22. Both teams did a lot of scoring, but I know for Coach Froud's lacking way too much scoring for Maumelle. And their defensive pressure has picked up, and as a result, they've gotten some offensive points because of it.
And Coach Froud, he's talking to Maddie Harton there. He's like, he's telling her to be strong with the ball. I can hear him from up here. And, we talked about that pressure without Justine, how we would handle it, and we made a couple of errors there.
Lynn, we shot a good percentage there in the third quarter, 7 out of 13, and then we were 7 out of 9 from the free throw line, but Maumelle just doing a great job with their offense as well.
But their offense has been scoring with their defense.
Exactly right. Their defensive pressure has converted points for them or led to points for them.
Well, now here we go into the fourth quarter. 8 minutes to go in this ball game. We're in the final quarter. Lady Tigers up 50-47. The way it started, Derek, we got up 13 pretty early. I thought, well, we're going to be playing in the regional final, but now it's going to go down to the wire, especially the way the Lady Hornets have been playing as of late. And now three-pointer on the way off the mark, and now a chance to cut it to 1. Maumelle drives, no good. Rebound, Colchin gets it out to Beeks, and there's Fitz. Fitz, nice break, take your time, Whitney. And it's in.
Nice, big points.
52-40. That was a big transition.
Yeah,
that was for being only up possibly 1 to now up 5.
Yep, missed opportunity for Maumelle there, and we made him pay for it.
Nice defense. And that jump ball's okay. It's going to stay with Maumelle.
Yep.
But the thing is, now it's back in our favor.
Yep. Lynn, Whitney's having a good game, kind of quietly. She's 4 out of 5 from the field. She's got 9 points, so
wow.
Very efficient offensive game for Whitney.
And she's been quiet the last few games. And now ball gets in to Thompson. Thompson driving against Huber. And Parker's going to be called for a walk. I like the way Parker's playing. That young lady really hustles and
she's playing hard, Lynch. Just a sophomore, too, for Maumelle. So, but they've backed off their pressure here, and you see, they were backing off their pressure. Now they come up and
now we break it. Here's what? Oh, I don't know that I've seen a more obvious foul. That was about as obvious as you get. And look, and now another mass substitution about to happen.
Oh, wow.
Macy Colton will go to the line for 1-and-1. We've been in the 1-and-1 for quite some time, but this is the first time we're going to be able to take advantage of it.
Yep, good point.
Oh, second time. Beeks
did a
1-and-1 earlier. All right, Macy need to knock these down. 52-47, 7:08 to go in the game.
Macy 4 out of 7 right now at the free throw line.
Make that 5 out of 8.
Go ahead. You got it. You're thinking the same thing I was thinking.
53-47. Get in there. There we go. Back to a 7-point lead. we need to stretch this thing out because the way they've been closing these quarters.
Yep.
We don't. There's Riddles. Riddles has been a little more aggressive here in the, nice box out. And then she was Justine was held on to there. Nothing called. Be careful, Justine. Justine's watching it, not wanting to pick up that fourth foul.
Yep.
Beeks with the ball and cross-court pass. There's Harton. No, that's Colchin. I'm sorry. And she misses the three-pointer, 54-49. Riddles. Three-pointer by Porter, no good. Rebound goes to Beeks. Get it down, get it down, get it down, look up! Oh, a little too late. I was so excited there. Sorry, Derek.
That's okay.
And there.
We got points anyway, Lynn.
56-49, 7-point lead. And the ball is moving back and forth so quickly right now.
Lynn, 21 points for Lacey Beeks in the ball game.
Wow. One of her better games of the year, if not her best game scoring. No, don't stand around and watch it. Oh, and I think Macy's hurt.
I think maybe she just got poked in the eye there. I know she's limping, so it may.
I think it's a butt. I mean, I think she landed on
tailbone.
Tailbone, sorry.
Got it.
I think she fell.
Gluteus maximus.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Medical term there.
Yeah, I might be wrong, but it looked like she just kind of hit hard on her hip area a little bit. 56-49, 5:49 to go in the ball game.
Well, we've shot 26 free throws in the ball game already, Lynn.
And Huber gets the rebound. She walked. Yep.
13th turnover for the Lady Tigers. Maumelle actually with just 12 turnovers. And here they come.
I just got a text from Angie Gill saying she couldn't find where the message was, but they're watching Angie and Dennis. Dennis, a big part of our
football, right?
He was big part of our. He was the original color guy on our football webcast. Boy, Porter is playing hard, and she gets the turnover. Macy's shot, no good. And now 56-41, or 56-51, and here comes Orr, drives.
Man, she's fast.
Down to 3 points. Coach Frow's going to call a timeout.
Lynn, every single time that it looks like we're going to get away from it just a little bit, you just got to give Maumelle credit. They're not backing down. Their pressure continues to give us some problems, and they're just not going away. They're a pretty pesky team. Coach Frow taking his second timeout, I think, of the ball game. I think he's still got 3 left. Actually, on the scoreboard, they say we just have 2 timeouts left, so I may have missed one there. But this is a full timeout. Coach Froud not happy right now at all. And Maumelle, their pressure is trying to speed us up and force us into taking some bad shots. And I think Maumelle is the type of team, Lynn, if we break that initial pressure, if we don't have the numbers, just back the ball out. I think if we'll just run our offense, we'll get the looks that we want. We did the entire first half. We got every look that we wanted. And right now they're speeding us up and forcing us into some bad shots.
When we started this game, Derek, I would say our fans outnumbered Maumelle, but their boys game is right after this.
Yeah.
And it seems like more Maumelle people have kind of come in, and they've gotten louder, and they've gotten, it seems the momentum right now is in their favor. 5:09 to go, and a nice pass to Huber. And boy, we got lucky there. It was a good block, but I wouldn't have been surprised if they'd have called it the other way. But now Huber's going to go to the line. She's got 2 shots. 56-53.
We've been making pretty good decisions in the backcourt of the press offense, but not always making the best decisions there in the front court. And that was a good job by Justine to get to the free throw line, but we've got to convert those.
56-53, 5:06 to go. Huber at the line,
She's 3 out of 6 at the line.
And this one's going to go down. So 4-point lead. And Derek, the last 3 games or so, she's not seemed like our normal Justine from the free throw line.
She got 14 points on the afternoon. Riddles has been much more aggressive in the second half. She turns the ball over there. We'll get it back.
We need to stretch this lead out while we can.
Can't pass over him, Lynn.
57-55. The lead has been cut to 2. She walked.
Yeah, she did. Back it out now.
Yeah, boy, we got a break there.
Settle down.
Justine walked 4.5 minutes to go in the game, 57-55.
I think eventually, Lynn, if we just keep running our offense, if nothing else, I think they're going to get frustrated and foul us.
I think you're right, Derek. We're down to 4 minutes.
They've gone to a man-to-man in the half court now. There's a foul.
There's a foul, and we get 2 shots every time.
Yeah.
So the press is giving us some problems here in the second half.
Yeah, it really has. We've now got 15 turnovers on the afternoon. Need these free throws right here, Whitney.
That one rattles in. 58-55. Into the game is Ross and Gillespie. Second one on the way. It's good, too. And so 59-55. This is one of the highest scoring games I've seen with our young ladies this year. And giving up this many points.
Yeah, exactly right.
Nice job that time by Pippins. She was guarded by. Now pull out. There.
Yep. Got a timeout if we need it.
There's Beeks, gets it. There's Huber, lays it up and in. Nice.
Didn't need the timeout.
61-57. A defensive stop is what we need, Derek. Stretch this thing out to 6 somehow. 3-pointer on the way, in and out. And with that time, we got the ball's in our favor. That time we kind of stood and watched that rebound come off.
Yeah, we've done that a few times this afternoon, and that's where you miss, Callie being out on the floor because she's one of our best hustlers as far as going to get the defensive rebounds. And we've seen Coach Froud run this press offense all season long, and it works again right there.
And now we're just going to pull out. 3 minutes, 20 seconds, 61-57. This is where we've struggled a little bit towards the end of the last couple quarters. Get it back out. Oh, and throws the ball away. And now here comes Ross. She feeds. Or no good. And I'm not sure. That foul may have been on Macy Colchin, I think. No, that's going to be on Fitz.
Well, if you're making a mistake against this team, Lynn, you want to make the mistake going to the basket, not across court like we just did there on that pass. Maumelle's been the type of team that's taken advantage of those turnovers. And when you give them that room to run, they can do it.
Or knocks it down, cuts the lead back down to 3. They've been as close as 2. Now coming back in is Porter and Fimple.
And let's see if Maumelle makes an adjustment because their press offense, we're breaking it. We're getting it across half court, no problem, and they've not made an adjustment for that. We'll see if they change anything up the last 3 minutes of this ball game.
She makes them both, and we're down to 3 minutes to go in the ball game.
It's a little better containment defense there by Maumelle.
And now under 3 minutes to go, 61-59. The Lady Tigers with the lead. Got to be very careful with the ball. This game is a little bit of what I expected, Derek, before the start. When we first started and we got a big lead, I thought we might carry the day fairly easily. But before the game, I thought we'd see about what we've seen for the last basically 3 quarters. Now there's Justine.
Nice
easy layup.
It's a good foul there,
too,
really.
Too open.
She was.
Good foul that time, you're right,
Yeah.
by Maumelle, because not Justine would have easily gotten. I was hoping she'd get an and one there.
Yeah. I think Justine was anticipating the contact all the way. I think she knew she was going to get fouled.
There's Justine, rolls in, 62-59, 2:27 to go in the game.
It's our 31st free throw attempt of the ball game.
That one's good too, and I like keeping a 2-possession lead.
Yes. Yes, because really, they haven't given us our point yet, Lynn. But there they go. Okay. But, yeah, Maumelle's only hit 1 3-point basket. Everything that they've scored has been going towards the basket. Haven't shown us the ability to hit the outside shot. So anything we can keep 3 and above, I'm feeling a little bit better about our chances.
Here's Orr. She drives, feeds it. That's Riddles. Riddles shot, no good. Rebound goes to Huber. Now a chance to stretch the lead to 6. Wow, she's fouled and no call, but we're down. And now a foul on Riddles, and Huber's going to go to the line. 2:04 to go. 63-59.
And, Lynn, I don't remember shooting this many free throws in a ball game. This will be our 32nd, 33rd free throw of the game.
Huber knocks it down.
When you get to the line that many times, you can score some points.
How many have we made there? What's our percentage on that?
I know we were 9 of 13 at the half. I'll count them up
All
real
right.
quick in the second half.
Huber for her second free throw on the way. 2:04 to go, 64-59. Huber misses that one. So 5-point lead, and here comes Porter, and we're at the 2-minute mark.
We're 23 out of 33 by my fast count here.
Shot on the way. Riddles, no good. Rebound goes to Beeks. They're going to call a foul on Riddles. And now Beeks is going to line to shoot 2. The possession arrow now, that's 5 on Riddles.
And that's a big loss for them. She was quiet the first half. She only had 2 points at halftime. Scored 7 in the second half.
Well, the thing that impressed me about her in the second half was she was making a lot of other things happen.
Yes, she was.
Defensively, she helped with some of those turnovers we were struggling with the press. 64-59, 147. Boy, we could use 2 from Beeks and make this a 3-possession game. Beeks, first one on the way, good. And Lacey Beeks now
22 points, Lynn.
22 points. And that's where it remains. 65-59, 6-point lead. 1:43 to go in the game. Ross with the ball. She gives it up to Porter. Porter thought about a long 3. Gets it inside. Pippins. And Fitz is going to foul. I think that's going to send Orr to the line. Orr's done a pretty good job from the free throw line.
She's got 19 points, Lynn.
That's a quiet 19.
Yeah, 6 at halftime, but she's really picked it up. That 5 on Whitney.
On Fitz with a minute and a half to go. That's she's a great ball handler for us, and so Coach Froud looking to the bench. And he's looking.
He's taking his time, Lynn. You've got 30 seconds there when somebody fouls out.
He's coaching.
Yeah.
He's coaching Taylor Harton. So 2 freshmen will be on the court for the last minute and a half. And with the pressure they're giving us, they're going to grow up real fast.
Yep. You've always liked that you've got 6'1" Justine there to throw the ball up to, as you mentioned, or see over the press if we need to.
20 points now for Orr. 65-60 with a minute and a half. This thing is far from over. Second shot on the way by Orr. This one's also good. And a timeout, full timeout by Coach Buckner. Let's check some comments, Derek. That's I'm going to – Ron, what do we got?
Well, I tell you what, it's a big day for the Beeks family. Lacey's having a great day. Mitch Whitehouse just sent a message that Jalen's now pitching for the Hogs.
All right.
Awesome.
So that's good. And then Phil Hudspeth watching today from Gainesville, Georgia. And Phil is Lacey Beeks' granddad. And let's go Tigers. Let's wrap this up. Get out of here with a win.
Yeah, I was talking to Jalen's other grandpa, Jerry, here at the game, and he said that there was a possibility that Jalen would get to pitch today for the Razorbacks, and he said, I can't be two places at once, unfortunately, because he's been to about every game that his grandkids have played, whatever sport it is. He's been here.
I just received a text and someone making an observation. It's very true. Not having Abby right now, with that experience, be very helpful down the stretch. We're only up by 4 with a minute and a half to go. We need to make free throws. We're going to get a chance to do free throws as well. Now Huber gets it over half-court line, and now time becoming precious for the Lady Hornets.
You see Justine just settles everything down when she's out on the floor. Yeah, they're going to have to come foul us at some point.
Wow, Justine almost lost it, and that height helps so much.
Yes, it does. 1 minute to go, Lynn.
And we're not going to shoot. Wow. No fouls called.
Yeah, that was definitely a foul there. I think they were trying to foul.
Coach Farrell calls timeout with 49 seconds. He saw Maddie Hart stuck over in the corner.
Yeah, heads-up play right there. That the official over there on the other side of the floor, he pointed to the Maumelle bench when the timeout was called. I think he just got mixed up on who actually called the timeout, because they can't call a timeout when they don't have the ball. But full timeout there taken by Coach Froud. He's got one left in case we get stuck. I was really surprised Maumelle let that much time run off the clock there. They're down 4.
Well, I don't know if they did. I think they actually tried to foul
they
there
may
a
have
couple
been.
times.
They may have been.
The call.
Yeah. They fouled at least once, I know, on Justine. Looked like going to the basket, but
for the most part, you and I joke about the officials all the time, but for the most part, it's been a fairly consistent calls today. There's a couple obvious fouls, but there's a lot of fouls been called today.
Yeah, there has been. That would be my one complaint, is there's been just a ton of free throws shot by both teams.
But with the pace of the game and the way I get it. They've had one player foul out. We've had 2.
Yep.
We've been in the bonus since midway through the third quarter.
Right.
The Prairie Grove fans standing up with 49 seconds, only a 4-point lead.
They don't have the 10ths working on their.
There they go.
Okay, there we go.
There they
Changed
go.
it over here.
49 seconds to go here in the game, and now Huber gets the ball.